So, well, because we're having a birthday party
Mm-hmm.
for the Buddha,
Mm-hmm.
so Greg and I, we want to have one of the people from the MA team come to our class.
What do I do?
Oh, you just interact with the kids. Is that possible?
Well, I was gonna go Roger's lecture.
Okay. It's up to you.
Yeah, I think I'll go his lecture.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. We'll get someone from the MA team to
Yeah.
come to our class.
Yeah, but I want to come sometime.
Mm-hmm.
If I knew, I would prepare myself
Mm-hmm.
for dramas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It seems to be going fine.
Okay.
You just,
Wait,
did you
where
get the
was it?
slideshow or the?
Yeah, I'm on the slideshow.
Okay, I just said time, I'll double check.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
No,
What?
Dr. Roger,
Oh.
시간이 가요.
I know. I'm like, he's got to come over too.
Where's your family?
They're here.
Oh, there's Will, right? That's Alice. Where's the baby?
Downstairs.
Downstairs.
Oh, she's not coming.
I hope she talks.
Yeah, hopefully she comes up.
What?
If not, she could just watch the live stream.
No, she plays a part in
Oh, even more so.
an important part. She's an important part of it. Do I start? Do I welcome people now?
No,
If you go into the
Oh.
live.
you haven't.
Welcome to the Buddhist Temple of San Diego's Earth Day service. Those who want to can Oshoko before the service.
Okay, I gotta do concept right now.
Hello, my name is Roger Coppock, aka Mr. Climate T-shirt. I'll be your chairperson for today's service. Today we celebrate Earth Day, the birth of the modern environmental movement. The first Earth Day was organized back in 1970 by Democrat Senator Gaylord Nelson, the junior senator from California, and a Republican Congressman, Pete McCloskey from Wisconsin. McCloskey was from California. Following the style of the civil rights movement of the 1950s and the anti-Vietnam War protests of the 1960s, it was a teach-in. Students and teachers quit their regular classrooms on that Wednesday in April between spring break and final exams, and they organized classes in any space they could assemble in, often outdoors. It was a return to the way both Buddha and Socrates taught 25 centuries before. The lessons were about mankind's relationship to the earth. I played hooky on that from my high school on that Wednesday. Walking a few miles, I attended the first Earth Day at the local university. I learned a lot. In a parking lot. That was where things happened, in a parking lot. You see, the parking lot was largely empty on Earth Day because many of us had walked or bicycled to the teach-in. That was another Earth Day ideal. At that teach-in, I met some professors who taught the summer and high school classes I would later take. Through a Dharma gate, I discovered the used bookstore section of the campus bookstore. For only a couple of bucks there, I could buy real science books. I was recycling those books. Yet another Earth Day ideal. Then there was the old IBM 77-2, a transistorized digital computer. By gosh, I was in nerd heaven. They taught about something they called the CO2 greenhouse effect in that parking lot. The whole thing sounded fantastic, even though the science for it is about 200 years old. In fact, it'll have a birthday next year. Burning coal and gasoline made carbon dioxide, which collected in the air. Then that CO2 trapped infrared rays emitted by the ground at night after the sun warmed the ground during the day. This would cause the earth to slowly heat up. I didn't believe it at first. A couple of years later, measurements from an early scientific rocket experiment convinced me. Science is not about belief, but it's about measurement and experience in the real world. Shakyamuni Buddha said as much about his Dharma. They say confession is good for the soul, and churches are good places to do that. Well, then, mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. I confess. I played hooky from my high school on Thursday and Friday that week, too. I also went back to the college several more times during the end of my senior year of high school. I just had to drop in on some of those classes that were teaching the used books that I bought at the bookstore. My case was typical. That first Earth Day woke up a generation of young people to the wider world. Shakyamuni Buddha's teachings have the same effect. Well, Democratic Senator Nelson and Republican Congressman McCoskey worked together and passed a lot of environmental legislation. They ratified the order establishing the Environmental Protection Agency, the National Environmental Education Act, the Occupational Safety and Health Act, the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Act, the Endangered Species Act, and the Federal Insecticide, Fungicide, and Rodenticide Act. Yes, they worked together. Unlike politicians of today, they worked together. Without knowing it, they applied Buddhist teaching on the illusion of duality. There is no right nor wrong, nor us nor them, only the middle way. Yes, that first Earth Day back in 1970 was magic. That spirit is what we are celebrating here today. We will now chant the Judse Ge. On page 35 of your book.
Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida. Ga gon cho se gan hi shi mu jo do shi gan fu ban zok se fu jo shou gak ga o mu ryo ko fu i dai se shu fu sai shou bin gu se fu jo shou gak ga shi jo bun do myo shou chou ji po ku kyou bi shou mon se fu jo shou gak ri yoku jin shou nen jo e shu bon gyo shi gu mu jo do i shou ten nin shi jin ni ki en dai ko fu shou mu sai do shou jo san ku myo ko sai 大衆役難回避地営限名詞根も案閉塞小悪道通断全宗門高所上満足いよろ実法日願修十期天候音符権一種解放像公正功徳法上大集中説法ししく供養一切仏功徳修徳本元年心上満得意三害を女分無下知津田無意不詳願学営利投資最小損志願や国家大仙王感動国書店に当地妙慶ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブ願子功徳平等性祭と本菩提一心往生安楽生身多仏生身多仏生身多仏生んだ生んだ生んだ
Okay. We are now going to stand and recite the golden chain. I am a link in Amita's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amita's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Introduce me now. Oh, you may now be seated.
Hi, everyone. Now, our Dharma friend, Roger Coppock, that's him, will give us a Dharma talk on Earth Day this morning. Roger is a retired computer scientist specializing in applied mathematics. Oh, okay. And currently, Roger is an amateur client scientist. Roger became a member of the Buddhist Temple of San Diego in 2000, and in 2007, he received a Buddha's name. What is your Buddha's name?
Secret.
Oh, he said it's a secret. And today, Roger's family joined in service. So please say hello to Roger's son, Will Coppock. Hello.
You may sit down. Sit down.
That's fine. Okay, and then Alice Bramlow. Hi, Alice. Thank you for coming today. And well,
And my granddaughter somewhere out there.
yeah, is Susan here?
Susan, somewhere.
Yeah.
And my brother and my son-in-law,
Is here?
in-law.
Dave.
There must be downstairs.
Oh, they. Okay, I think they're downstairs. But when you have a chance, please meet Roger's sweet granddaughter, Susan, AKA Climate Baby. She's so cute. Please meet her. Very nice to see you all. I'm glad Roger's family joined us today. So now, Roger, お願いします。
Thank you, Yukari. The essence of the Nimbutsu teaching is humble thankfulness. When we bind our hands together with an ojutsu, bow and say, Namo Amida Butsu. We thank the Bodhisattva Dharmakara for undertaking the many kalpa long journey to become the Amida Buddha. We thank the Amida Buddha for the offer of the 18th vow of refuge in the Pure Land. Namo Amida Butsu. And finally, we thankfully accept that offer. Namo Amida Butsu. And we humans have so many things to be thankful for. Contrary to the storyline of many myths, the universe was not made for us. Modern astronomy tells us that the universe is incredibly vast. The Hubble and Webb space telescopes image things so large and so far away, they call them the deep field. They're full of galaxies. Each galaxy is full of stars, just too many to count. And most of this great universe, we would perish in less than a minute. Temperatures are too cold or too hot for us. Radiation is too intense. Pressures are too low or too high. Chemistries are too strange. And gravity is too strong. These things would freeze, roast, sterilize, dissipate, compress, poison, or tear us apart by gravity fields. A popular protest sign reads, "There is no planet B." I've seen the slogan in environmental movements events since that first Earth Day. It may predate that, I don't know. It's technically wrong today. Planet Finder satellites have located a few Earth-like planet candidates. However, these alternate Earths are so far, far away that if we attempted to travel to one of them, both the planet and we would have time to change completely before we got there. To be up to date, the sign should be revised to be planet Bs are too far. So then we should be thankful for the nearest Earth-like planet. It is quite nearby. Underneath our feet, in fact. Namo Amida Butsu. Be thankful for that. Insomniacs likely can quote the late night pitchman. You know, the guy that interrupts the late show with a loud ad for something you don't need, costs too much, and doesn't work anyway. Just when you think you're about to return to the movie, he screams, "But wait, there's more!" Well then, this is a Buddhist Dharma talk. We're here to wake up, not fall asleep. So I'll tell you that you don't need things. You're spending too much on them. And your world works fine as it is if you just let it. In mathematical logic, negated premises can support negated conclusions. So I'm here going to just say, but wait, there's less. We humans don't even occupy a large fraction of our home planet. We don't live in the Earth's interior where it's too hot and too dense for us. We can't breathe the outer atmosphere. It has too little oxygen. We need that for life. We can't live at the poles. It's too cold there for both us and our crops. So we're limited to non-polar surfaces. However, we don't even live on a majority of those because most of those are oceans. We only live on the land. The net bottom line is we humans live on a very small portion of one very small rock in an incredibly vast universe. We should be thankful for our home. Kenji Akahoshi, a former sensei of this Buddhist temple of San Diego, taught us, if we are thankful for a great gift, then we should not trash it. Earth, our home, is a wonderful gift. Our little niche in an incredibly immeasurable universe is fragile. Earth Day teaches us being thankful for and not trashing our very special home in the endless cosmos. Namo Amida Butsu. Okay, we're now going to recite the pledge given to us by Gomanshu Otani. You'll find it in your service book, a copy of it in your service book. Breaking out of my shell, I will share a warm smile and speak the gentle words, just like the kind Buddha. Not becoming lost in my greed, anger, and ignorance, I shall think, act with an open mind, just like the calm and peaceful Buddha. Not putting myself first, I will share the joy and sadness of others, just like the compassionate Buddha. Realizing the gift of life I have received, I shall strive to live each day to its fullest, just like the Buddha who tirelessly works to liberate all. We now have room for announcements. Anyone want to announce? Anyone have an announcement?
Hello. One sec. If you're in town, the Junior YBA will be serving breakfast on Sunday, May 14th for Mother's Day. Breakfast is $8 for adults and $5 for children 7 and under, and free for moms. Please see any Junior YBA member for tickets. Thank you.
Any more announcements? Any more announcements? Okay. On this Earth Day, some Sangha members are wearing polo shirts, warning us about the upward-reaching red curve. They warn us in several languages. Those green dots mark the locations of yearly mean global temperatures, measured at tens of thousands of locations around our planet. And yes, that scary red curve was optimally located for best fit to the locations of those green dots. We must reduce our greenhouse gas emissions now, or we will wind up in hell on the rightmost end of that curve. We must quit burning coal, oil, and natural gas now. Exponents are not friendly to procrastinators. The shirts are translations. Often those wearing them did the translating. Thousands of people crewing weather stations around the world over the last 142 years were the first translators. They transcribed what they read on their station's thermometers. Eventually, NASA Goddard Institute for Space Studies collected these into their single global database, GISTEMP, G-I-S-T-E-M-P. My son Will and I translated those data into a graph. I developed a computer program which translated the graph into a series of t-shirt designs, one for each language. My son models, stand up, Will, show it your t-shirt. My son models the first of the climate t-shirts. It uses mathematics, which back then I thought most people could easily understand. I said anybody who could drive a car could understand that. I was wrong. So I went back to the drawing board, as we say, and came up with this design. The shirt says, the world going to hell and speeding up getting there. It also warns of exponential warming. The green dots are real global mean temperature data from NASA. The scary red exponential curve has a better than 99.999% probability of being not due to chance. That, multiple expletives deleted, creeping terror keeps getting more probable every year. I don't know how I'll ever apologize to Susan, my granddaughter. She's somewhere out there. There she is, okay. I don't know how I'll ever promise. There she is, climate baby holding the earth. I don't know how, I apologize to you, Susan. I apologize. Accept my apology. We screwed things up. Like the Dharma, the message has to get out to everyone. By itself, English language can't do that. It can't reach everyone. So, Yukari Williams is modeling the Japanese translation of the t-shirt. Can you read it to us? And Mr. Arturo Rubio will model for us the Spanish language translation of the t-shirt. Read that. And Elena is modeling the Russian version. Do you read for us? It's in, we have t-shirts in 9 languages now. The German one got popular because they used a German idiom in the claim. It says, in English translation, it says, the world driving to hell and stepping on the gas, which I thought is particularly good. So, closing remarks. Let's do the gas. My what?
Your lecture.
I just gave it. Oh, the lecture. Then I gave it.
No, it's just.
Oh, I will be chairing a discussion group for the adults downstairs. If you've had enough, if for those of you who haven't had enough of this ravings of this poor lunatic.
Good or bad, pleasant or unpleasant, either way, no way. Every day, anyway, all is Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida. Thank you for coming today's special Earth Day service. Thank you, Roger.
You people who wishing to Oshoko may